Hey everybody!
Hey!
Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Thad and Dan. Cheers, bro.
Cheers, yeah.
What do you got going on this morning in there?
I've had two, it's actually the morning, guys. It was a 2-cup kind of morning, so I didn't want to do a second, so I got some peppermint tea right here.
Nice.
You've got
I got coffee.
You got the straight. Yeah.
From the church. Yeah.
Yay.
Your blend.
Yeah.
I love it. How you doing?
I'm good.
Been a couple weeks.
Yeah, sorry viewers, we took a couple weeks off. We've had some vacations and other sort of craziness, but it's great to be back. We're actually right now having a stand-up meeting in Julie Yoder's office.
That's right.
There's actually nothing in this room right now.
Her new office.
Her new office.
Don't tell her.
Don't tell her.
And if you're watching this, Julie, you're supposed to be on vacation, so you shouldn't be watching.
Please ignore the coffee stain.
Yeah.
It was there when you got here.
So a couple weeks ago, we did ask for some future direction, right? For some questions to tackle.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And the lovely D. Urban
Ramady.
Man, you couldn't take it easy on us. Why did you have to start with this question? Is really okay. So she asks that maybe we could address how small group leaders should handle personal relationships within the group, like dating relationships, and especially breakups with different members. So if you have a couple that are members of your small group and they're dating, then they break up, or even you're going to have the time will come where you have a married couple that ends up divorcing. And how do we handle that within the context of a small group? And that is yeah, it's a tricky one. It's actually happened in my group years ago. We had a couple that was actually they're not divorced yet, but they were really going through some struggles, and they're currently separated. And it was rough. It was very painful. For a long time it went. They didn't address it. They didn't let anybody know. They put on a happy front so people didn't know, and then things started to come out, and so the guy would text the guys during the week, and the female would text the women during the week, and their stories wouldn't mesh up. As a leader, I was kind of waiting for them to show a little bit of initiative in requesting, hey, can you guys help us through this? Can you talk about it? Sometimes as a leader, you can only help people when they're ready, and so sometimes you only know they're ready when they're asked for help. Yeah. And so I was kind of waiting for that, but I got to the point where some of the other marriages were having stress because the couples were getting different messages and stories, and they were arguing over that. And so we got to the place of saying, okay, like they've already told everybody in the group individually, so we just need to have a sit down and like get everything out in the open and talk about it all at once. And I don't know if that was the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do, but that's what we did. And it was very hard. It was very painful. The couple is not a member of our group anymore. They left. Some of our members shared some hard truths and tried to do it in love with them, but they didn't. Yeah. Wasn't received very well. And the reality is that they moved on. So not necessarily a happy ending with that story, but I think, I don't know if you're going to hear like a step ABC from us this morning in regards to this issue. We just want you to be aware that things like this will come up, and we don't want you to be sideswiped by it. I mean, it's a case-by-case thing, but it's really hard. Chances are when things like that happen, one person in that couple will leave, or maybe both will. Yeah. I think it would be pretty hard for them to have that intimate of a relationship and then still be able to be in a small group that's very intimate and private and be able to handle that well. So just know that it doesn't mean you're a failure as a leader. I mean, the best thing I think you can do is offer support to both parties. Don't do your best to not pick one side or the other. Do your best to stay out of that corner, to not referee their relationship. That's their relationship. It's their issue to work through. We can come alongside and support both sides, but we want to be careful not to pick one or the other.
True.
And you just do the best to pastor them through that time. Dan, do you have any? Help me out here.
Yeah, no.
Jeez, this is tough.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Honestly, something like this has not happened in a small group that I've led. And also, like, even biblically, just thinking about it, like, I mean, there's not a lot in the Bible on dating, so I mean, there's not even a lot on this. My encouragement would be to this, like, always, like, in a situation like this, like, always try to think, always like keep the whole group in mind. Let's say if you've got a group of 7 people, and then you've got 2 of them going through a relational thing, that's still like, 2 of 5 people, so like a situation like this could like, dominate the group, and in your case, polarize the group where there's sides and they're working against each other and stuff like that. And like, I mean, how much that really affects your group dynamics, and before you know it, you've got all people on different sides and stuff like that, and you're just trying to get together and talk about Jesus, but there's sense of tension in the room. Sort of thing. So, like, I think, Thad, you said it, like, right. Like, I don't know if there's a clear win on this sometimes. I mean, you do the best you can to keep the group going. Like, it's hard. Relationships get sticky. They get complicated. Honestly, I think it's one of the biggest, the hardest things about ministry is just the fact that people are gonna be people. You might have, like, a great group when they start, but dynamics start to form and stuff like that, and you just kind of steer. I mean, the best thing is, I think, just do the best you can to love, them and stuff like that. And, don't step in more than you need to. Don't feel like you got to fix it, but do the best thing you can for the entire group. So that's what I got.
I like that, Dan. Yeah. I mean, you got to protect the integrity of the group. Yeah. And so, people are always welcome. And there will be occasions where you take time to address something with one person or a specific couple to have work through some things. But by and large, the group should be for the benefit of everybody, and it doesn't need to get sidetracked by things that really need to be worked out outside of group. And I would always be quick to refer people to professional counseling. We can be there as a support, as a friend, as a help, but very few of us are trained in how to walk people through those deeper issues. And so don't feel the pressure of trying to take that on yourself. If you need people, you need references or places that we would recommend, by all means, reach out to us and we'll gladly help you with that. But do the best you can with it. Love people. Always, always, always love people. But also, always be ready to protect the integrity of your group. Because like Dan said, there's a lot of other people involved in that stake. So, this is something we're still learning. Again, no easy answers, but stick with it. Just keep loving people. You guys are awesome. We love you guys. And so we thank you for what you do. So have a good week.
Thanks for the challenge, Steve.